Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
That's why I said you want to lead because I'm more. Because you always say, because you're the voice of reason, you're the one that actually listens to us. Okay, he's a bitch. Okay,
what?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 43, 10, 10. Drill right, 22.
So you're like the head of the
Look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. A gain of 3.
Yeah, you do what I do for a video game. I do it in real life. That's my point.
I'm confused.
What are you confused about? Penis.
Second down.
I have a big history.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Who the fuck said that I was going to release him?
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson.
I've done it more than 30 times.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But Chucho can't come back.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
32.
What's the new blacklist?
To throw is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
53. Ready. Switch.
Oh, my bad.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
And pick 6 it. Showboat to the end zone. Like, this
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
I would say just
They'll run with a former
And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game.
Yeah.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Came back, but then Marion moved me to the Saints because he wants a division full of competition.
Yeah, they moved me from the Saints because I was too good to be the Saints. They were only like OP.
A 4th-round pick in 2018. Chase Edmonds with a carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And some room to run now. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 22 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time of preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Setting out to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Who, me?
I don't like to play peasants.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Like, let's be honest. He's not.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got room. And Touchdown, Cardinals. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Could be me, Marion.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
You're trying to rebuild the lead.
60. Right 70. Check. Lucky.
On first down, Stafford here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford got an open man. It's Ratley. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Corey Peters there to bring him down.
And the big fella. Stuff that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Set. 20. 50. 32. Safety equipment.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 26 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. From the 24, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And 8 yards to go. Set, ready, 6 yards. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. Yeah.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Well, the pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. But now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4.
A hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Does the big boy have the juice? The 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Johnson jostles free. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. Brings up 3rd down and 9. On third down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. A beautiful fake. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Stafford. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. Now this throw caught left side. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. They'll run with Bawden. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
36,
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Oh, what a move. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, Edmonds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Logan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick.
No.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. High throw, but the catch is made. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions have taken the lead. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. To the air again, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. This is Logan. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Come on, set. Get to Pittsburgh. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They'll go option to the short side. They'll run on first down. It's Logan. The 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
My 40. We own it.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
We walk past some security guards and everything.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check. 53. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Hooked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Wife or sister or girlfriend going all like, when I just walked past the security guards going like, what up, my, you know
into the
what?
red zone here on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Yeah.
This is taken at the 3. Now on the return, the ball is loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
God.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. 280.
Just had somebody quit on me.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Danny Amendola, he's going to go. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Back to throw it. Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Switch here. No.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Arizona, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.